the bots are coming in.
Oh no, not the
bots
fucking
hit the
teddy
floor.
bears.
The bots hit the floor.
Let the teddies hit the floor. Let the
I can
teddies
only
hit the
count to 4.
floor.
Psycho stick.
Fucking robots are coming.
They're here. Do it.
We are finding cats in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to episode 245 of the Guardian Hub podcast, where I change my notes on the fly and we talk about Destiny. We are in Season of the Wish. And this week we have a very special guest to the show that we brought on with much planning. We've been working months on getting this guest.
Lies.
And finally was able to fit it into our busy schedule.
All lies.
Is that right, Sin?
All lies.
No, no, we're glad to have you, though. We have Bell, Toll the Bell. We all know him by different names, but McNugget, the 13th Apostle in the Guardian Hub podcast. How you doing, man?
Doing good. I had to get rid of number 12 to be here. You said special guest, and I was like, oh, thank God I have my helmet on for this.
Ooh, yeah. Well, you're in good company with sending me.
No, yeah, I've been reaching out like week after week, being like, hey, man, I really want to get on this show. Like, I just, the week's here, finally.
Yep. And we have Kato in the chat right now also on the show, and we're going to have a rip-roaring time. So we don't know where this is going. All we know is that we are going to talk about stuff.
Who's driving the bus?
That's always
Not me.
Kingsley.
Hopefully not Sin.
Oh, definitely not. You know it'll be chaos if I run it.
Sin's just complaining in the back of the bus about Kato not being shirtless.
I say, what was that movie with Queen Latifah and they were like stuck on a bus with a bomb?
It's not. Is it Queen Latifah? Or are you talking about Speed with Keanu Reeves?
Oh, maybe
That's Sandra Bullock, but is there a Queen Latifah one also?
There is. There's another one. I can't remember the name of it.
Fake news.
We'll get our research assistant on that and find out. But thanks for everyone in the chat. If you have any questions or comments as we go along, please write in. Only legit questions are allowed, so we may have to, throw one away that we have so far.
Rodimus.
From Rodimus? Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna throw that question out.
Potentially.
We'll save that for after dark.
Yeah.
There you go.
And if you all want to know what we're talking about, always jump into our live chats and our live sessions and live recordings, the chat on the side. You can always see all of our shenanigans.
Well, let's get started. I mean, another name that I love that you kind of played around with lately was Bell of Radiance, because you've been doing some Warlock lately.
Oh, yeah. I made the switch. I switched to the dark side. Definitely been a Titan main since I got back into this, and I got really bored. And since we have so much time in the season, I was like, let me try this out. And then actually putting it in really good damage numbers or supporting the team, I was like, hey, I'm actually doing something instead of just standing there in my lorely well and just not dying.
I take offense to that.
Titans are not useful in the raid unless it's Deep Stone Crypt.
Exactly. Nah, it was just been a change. We all need a change in this game because it's been going on for 10 years now. But especially if you've been like me and been playing Titan for that whole time, it's been nice. It's definitely been nice, especially Strand. That's been a lot of fun. It's hard to get off of that, honestly.
Yeah, Strand is fun for sure. All the different builds and stuff. I mean, you're right about the season. It's interesting too, because even though we've been worried about what are we going to do. We've been staying pretty busy. We've been doing a lot of raids lately.
All the impromptu raids.
All the impromptu raids. Kato's been putting together Sherpa raids. Also, shout out. Now's a good time to bring up. It's in this podcast feed also, one episode before this, but Kato and I were a guest on the lovely Guardian Help Desk podcast that Gator produces. And we were talking about why you should be raiding in D2. So definitely check that out. If you are a new or returning player, or even anyone who has experience raiding, it's not bad just listening to it and getting some tips and tell us where we're wrong. But it was a good time. Did you enjoy that, Kato?
My goal is to listen to it and tell you all are wrong.
Come at me.
Come at
Yeah,
me.
because we have a little jab at Titans in there.
I know you mentioned beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah, no doubt. So thanks for that. But let's just back up a little bit. Bell, for whatever you want to talk about without doxing yourself, generally tell us where you're from, what you do, fun things about yourself, because I know there's some connections, loose connections with car stuff between you and Sin, right?
Yes, very loose connections. So I'm in North Carolina. I am a technician for Mercedes-Benz. I've been that for 10 years now. It's been fun. It's a very challenging career, but definitely every day is different. I know Sin works in a dealership as well, Volkswagen, I believe.
That's right.
So,
you got it.
so we're both in the German automotive field. But yeah, I mean that's kind of it. I mean, I could go into details about what I do on a day-to-day basis, but like it changes.
I mean, yeah. How long you been doing that?
10 years.
10 years, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I went to like a technical school right out of high school, and got whatever they call that. I don't even think it's a degree, but it's a little certificate, a piece of paper. They're like, here you go. See you later. But then I went to a postgraduate program down in Jacksonville, Florida for Mercedes. It was called Mercedes-Benz Elite Advance. It was a full paid for thing through school because I applied and got a position. It was actually kind of crazy. I was going for Porsche at first, and then I realized that their program only took 8 applicants per class. And so then Mercedes took 16. I was like, oh, I got double chances of getting that one. So I went to that one, got accepted. Was down there for 6 months, and then started working like right when I was 19 going on 20 at a dealership out in Raleigh, North Carolina, and then moved back home to Charlotte where I'm at now.
Sounds amazing.
nice.
Sounds like you have a more fun position than Sin does.
I mean, it's fun because we get to turn wrenches, and I like the electrical diagnostic stuff. I just got trained in our new electric line of vehicles. So we have the more uppity Teslas at our dealer, but they function about the same. But it's really fun doing a lot of computer diagnostics, electrical wiring diagram diagnostics, trying to figure out, what's broken, where it starts, where it ends, stuff like that. And then, the other side of it is actually doing the repair after the diagnostics. So we get to actually replace the part that's broken and then test it, make sure everything's fine, and then release it to the customer.
Back in my day, cars didn't have electronics.
Yeah, now they have like 200 computers in there.
Yeah.
I think
No doubt.
our brand new S-Class that we have out right now has 176 control units in it.
It's
Wow.
crazy to think how far cars have come along and how much tech they actually have in them.
Yeah, we can get this whole topic for a quick second, but us in I listen to this tech podcast and they do car talk a little bit on the side. And how do we feel about, Tesla kind of started this, but a lot of other manufacturers are going this way. Why are they putting too many controls just on a touch screen? There's a lot to be said about still having knobs. What are your opinion on that?
I mean, it's really just kind of technology's going with the times. So, we have a lot of, younger
Come on,
generations
volume and
stuff.
air up and down. It just knobs seem
Just-
better than
just-
touch,
yeah.
touch. Oh, now
Yeah.
volume. You know,
But I mean, we have the younger generation now, driving and everything else that are used to touchscreen phones and everything else. So they're just trying to keep
Yeah.
up with the times to be more cutting edge. I mean, like I was just talking about our brand new S Class, we actually have a 3D instrument cluster that you don't need 3D glasses for. I don't even know how they do it, but you can activate it and it gives the instrument cluster depth to it. So like you can it's like you're looking down a little virtual tunnel at like your RPMs and stuff like that. It's a lot, man.
Oh yeah. And I'm a technologist, so I get it. I'm not saying we shouldn't be in technology. There was one car manufacturer, I forget who it was, and the owner was so hell bent on like, which I kind of agree with, is like, okay, you can do everything touchscreen, but we have to at least have a volume knob. It's like, come on, And so it looked janky because it was like this big touchscreen and then a little volume knob off to the side.
That was Volvo. Volvo did
Yeah.
that with their newer cars. Yeah, they have a giant like tablet touchscreen, but they've always had that knob.
But I think it's kind of smart because there's something to be said too about with safety and things that work well, you can just kind of reach over and turn something versus like having to look at a screen and touch and do all these things,
I mean, on in that accord, the like when it comes to safety and like reaching stuff, we actually have hand gesture. Like hand gestures will read with what you're doing. Like you can open your sunroof by waving your hand. It's a small antenna that's underneath the mirror. That's kind of inside the mirror. You're not going to be able to see it, but it sends out a radio frequency, or more like a short range radar almost, and it will sense the movements of your hands. So you can actually like turn up your volume, turn it down, open your sunroof, and then you can like program it to like your own hand gestures as well. So yeah,
that does seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
To me, that if that works well, that to me seems better than having to.
There's the
Kinda
asterisk
touch
right
ones well.
there. If it works well, don't
Right.
worry, we're fixing them.
They work sometimes and they break sometimes.
Well, that's the double-edged sword about all the technology and stuff in these cars, is that you have all these really cool driver assistance features, but at the same time, there's just another thing to not work properly, or for you to not know how to work it, and then you bring it into us saying my something doesn't work, and then we're like, no, you're just using it wrong. You should read your owner's manual. Oh wait, you don't get one of those. It's on your screen now, and you have to type it in and look at it, and then you have to have a web signal to be able to pull it up. So
Yeah, like some of the firmware updates for the audio systems. Subaru just sent me an email, and this is all obvious to me, but they're like, now to get the update on your audio system, be sure you have a strong Wi-Fi signal wherever you park your car, because I'm sure they get a lot of people like, I'm trying to update my audio system, but I can't get it to work. Like, well, you can't be on the street. You got to be, somewhere close to a Wi-Fi signal to actually work. But yeah, it's wild with the
Like the
technology in
turning-
cars.
I feel like the turning point for the technology is when they had built-in Wi-Fi. Like
yeah.
that right there forward. It's like we need to go back. Go back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still drive a 2013 Toyota Camry. Like,
Well,
I don't want anything to break on my car.
That's the thing is, what are you doing in your car that you need all these functions? You're driving from point A to point B. Like, what are you doing? I'm not saying
don't
it's
know.
not cool. If
People
I
have
could
long
afford it, I
drives and
wouldn't
are
buy
bored.
one. But
Yeah. Oh God, don't even get me started on that stuff, because we have like the autonomous driving and everything too that people complain about when it doesn't work. Like, oh, it didn't like slow down enough for me. I'm like, yeah, put your foot on the brake, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, don't trust the car.
Don't trust the
I
car.
did drive from Charlotte to Columbia, which is like probably it's well over 100 miles, in one of our cars, and I did the I'm not gonna say autopilot. It's more just, we call it Distronic. It's just like advanced cruise control, and it will basically steer for you as long as it sees a torque input on the steering wheel. So you have to have your hand kind of rested on it. But I just had my hand on the wheel and it steered for me and did all of the reading of the car in front of me, and I was looking at my phone. I wasn't doing shit.
yeah.
It is cool.
Uh,
Interesting.
it took about 25 miles for me to be okay with it.
Oh,
I mean, I
truth.
can
Even
see that if you're driving, 5, 6, 700 miles, but
Yeah.
man,
I mean, we
Mm.
have it where it will break all the way down to 0 miles an hour for you. So, like, if you're really trusting of it, you can take an exit ramp with it on, and it will stop your vehicle. I got halfway there, and I said, "Fuck that!" Hit the brake.
yeah, I mean, even regular cruise control, I just not that I don't trust it, but I'm like, I almost just want more control.
It makes you feel weird when it starts speeding up and you're not doing it. You're like, no, 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 no.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing? Calm down there. Oh man, yeah, good talk
mean,
about all
like,
the car stuff. Yeah.
iRobot.
That's the thing is like you bring up cars. Any of my friends know. Like, I mean, I could be here for hours talking about this,
Yeah.
that, and the other, and then you could ask me. I mean, I'm a walking textbook when it comes to it. Like, I've been doing it for so long and been in. I mean, Mercedes is the forefront of safety and innovation in the automotive field. I mean, we're the ones that actually invented seatbelts and then sold the patent for pennies on the dollar to all the other automotive manufacturers just so everybody could be safe. But it's like
Okay,
we're
now you
always.
sound like a salesman.
I mean,
No, just kidding.
like I said,
No,
a
no,
walking
it's
textbook,
legit.
man.
Get
It's
the
legit.
fuck out of here.
We heard it here. Mercedes is better
he's
than
gonna buy a
Volkswagen.
Mercedes now.
I would not say they're better. I feel like they both have the same amount of problems with them. Don't worry,
Oh,
we're a part of
yeah.
Dieselgate too. we finally got caught.
Mhm.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, right? I mean, Mercedes, if you have the money to spend on them, that's cool and all, but they are,
Yeah.
and for the most part, they are more expensive.
You
for
need to have the
similar
money to
models.
maintain them because we have
Exactly.
when we added the like CLA and GLA lines to the Mercedes line, it's like the lower end, like the same cost as like a Honda and stuff like that. Well, you had people getting these cars at the lower price point, but then when it came time for maintenance, they couldn't afford it. And so I was like, thank you, Mercedes. I appreciate you destroying our customer base like that. Like, yeah, you got more sales and more numbers like sold because you added these, but then it came time to like the service side, we don't get the sales because they just take it down the street.
Dude, I feel like I've heard that even with Volkswagen. Like people didn't have the money to maintain it. Like,
I mean, honestly, the people that say that it's cheaper to go to like a Jiffy Lube for that, it's not always true.
No,
Some of these third party or aftermarket service centers, they charge sometimes just as much for similar services.
uh-huh.
And
No,
it's
like
not factory parts
I
or factory
1000
trained
agree.
technicians.
yeah,
Yeah.
I always take my Subaru to the dealership for oil change stuff, and at least I know it'll be put back together a little bit better than.
I mean,
Jiffy Lube.
case in point is like I can change my oil or my girl's oil or anybody's oil for like $30, right? I just got to buy a filter and some oil and I get it at cost. Well, she wasn't able to like make it in to like my dealership one day and she's like, "Oh, I'll just take it down to like Valvoline or something like that." They quoted her $120 for an oil change on her Hyundai. And I was like, "No, no, no. We're going to do this after hours at work. Just bring it by. I'll wait."
Yep.
A lot of people don't realize how much it really costs.
I just changed my own oil. Jesus.
I have access to a lift, so I definitely changed my own oil.
Me too.
Nice. Well, there we have it. Hey, Sin, we can change this to a car talk podcast every once in a while
We
when
need to talk,
Destiny
Bill.
is
We need to
is
talk.
down.
Are we the
road.
We always
podcast that
do.
ask what vehicle are you driving?
We are
Sure.
now.
Which one?
We'll have at least a monthly segment or something like that. Who knows? Who knows?
What
We'll
are
add
you
it to the
driving this
list of
month?
podcasts
Yep.
that we need to
Yeah,
make.
You can drag me into a recording 5 minutes before you record.
That is
That never
true.
happens.
That never. Shh, don't tell any secrets. No, but
I
we
mean,
did
you only have
an honorable
137
Oh,
days
jeez.
left of the season to talk
Look who's here.
Destiny other stuff.
wait, how many? I'm getting worried. We're getting
130.
close.
137 days.
Oh shit! I'm not going to finish everything.
They may go on another TWAB break too, so then we really won't have anything to talk about.
Mm. Hey, it's called a This Week in Destiny, a TWID. Get it right.
What do you
Tundra.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, let's move into some Destiny talk because we might as well, right?
Dead game.
Exactly.
It's a dead game. No, we have thanks for Rodimus can give us that report every once in a while of how many days we have left. And hey, we've all been doing a lot in the game though, getting things done. So who knows if we'll be bored here in a couple weeks? But there are things coming up. We've been talking about this. We have Kato raids. We have Wish missions are coming up sometime in February. We'll have Moments of Triumph. We have all sorts of things coming up. So the game is not entirely dead.
Wishes.
Yeah. Get your stuff done. And Sin's so behind, he doesn't even know what's what when we were doing the exotic mission before the show.
Oh, he got caught up. He's caught up now.
Yes.
Ow.
I'm not caught up on the dungeon stuff, though.
Well, that sucks for you.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll get there eventually.
You gotta go find your cats too.
Just one, the bugged one.
Got it.
Well, real quick before we get into some Twid stuff and what we've been doing, I do want to reminisce because we've talked about this from time to time with Bell. Now you are, sorry, Rodimus, you may get bored with this, but Bell, you were a D1 player.
Mother.
Yes. Yes, I was.
We all know what raid is so awesome in D1. Tell us about your love.
We do. We're talking about Crota and D1, right? No, I'm just fine. Yeah, Wrath of the Machine, still to this day one of the best raids.
And we were talking about we'd love to run it with you, but you were Xbox, we were Sin and I were PlayStation.
Yeah, I just pulled up my old Destiny 1 dim and was like looking at the stuff in there, and I saw my Twilight Garrison, and I was like, "Damn it, dude! I missed those days." But yeah, no. We talked about Wrath of the Machine. What was your favorite flavor of Scorch Cannon again? Wasn't it grape?
Well, I mean, I was a Void Warlock main in Destiny, so I just liked Void stuff. And yes, the Void, the grape, you called it grape. I think it's, wasn't its technical term null or something like that?
It's something like that. We just called it grape, blue raspberry, and orange.
But I'll tell you, I seem to remember the group ups. You grape, those are awesome names. I feel like if Sin and I were together, or even if not, I usually threw the balls and then someone else did the cannons. I usually did not do the shooting.
Oh, I love the shooting part where you just like run across the map like, okay, I got him, I got him.
Yep. That's the thing. There was so much movement. That was the first raid to have interesting mechanics and movement.
It was the first raid for the spin to win strat too, underneath his legs.
Yeah, the first sword strat ever of a raid boss.
And I never had any of those crafted swords, or not the crafted, the ones you had to gain a lot of material for.
Now that we're talking about it, the sword quests that you had to find all the calcified fragments for, like that was a legit like quest line.
One of the best,
you had to go explore the Dreadnought and find all of them. And this was back when YouTube was kind of still, I wouldn't say new, but like the Destiny content was new on YouTube, so like every guide that you looked up was just so subpar. It was like filmed like VHS style.
Yeah. Look, there's so much that could come back, whether we're talking about Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 content vaulted stuff. It really is kind of sad we can't have it all.
Yeah.
I feel like these days, from the track record we've been seeing, all the stuff that's been content vaulted in D2, not much has come back, like some reskin zones, a little bit of things here and there. But the fact that we haven't had much come back yet, and their studio's even smaller now because they've let some people go, it's just really doesn't seem good news to me. Like we're going to be having some mecca of like everything coming back, at least anytime soon. But it sure would be nice. I just plenty of stuff from D1. Honestly. There's a lot of strikes that I love, and of course Wrath of the Machine raid. Darkblade strike, way better than Lightblade.
Was so awesome.
Yeah. Shield Brothers on the Dreadnought. I mean,
Shield Brothers, dude. Okay,
right?
We're gonna have to stop. Rodimus is going.
Oh man.
I tell people that the Kingsfall raid and the Dreadnought, that's like a fourth of the full Dreadnought size. If we actually had the zone, could explore around and do everything, it'd be pretty cool.
And it's like the mystery of it too, because like if you did the quest line for the swords and found all those fragments, it kind of left it in your head like, what else is in here? And so like I spent, right when you load in, it had that big opening that looked out into space. Like there's that wall on the right side. I'd spent so much time trying to climb all the way up it just to see if something was up there. It's
Yeah.
just that big time mystery of that area, and then it had like random portals that you could open up by killing certain enemies. It was just really cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we're all assuming that Final Shape will be good with, it better be,
The
right?
extra time.
We're
It
hoping.
better be.
I'm gonna set my expectations like underground, so that way I'll still be surprised.
There you go. I
That's
know.
one
I
way
almost
to
feel
do
like
it.
at this point, not that I'm setting expectations low. It's like everyone kind of assumes it has to be pretty darn good, especially with the delay.
Yeah.
But I can't even care at this point because we have so many days left. How many again, Rodimus?
137.
All right, there we go. Okay. Maybe I'll start getting excited when we have less than 137 days left.
I mean, what do you guys think about the new supers that are coming out, like the light based ones?
Sure.
It's a
That'd be good.
letdown.
I'm usually one. So nobody wants to go. I'm usually the one who likes to wait to actually play them in person first, versus just hearing about them. Like even when Strand previews came out, I'm like, okay, let me play around with them, and that's kind of how I get a feel. I learn and enjoy by doing, not just reading it. So reading for me and just kind of knowing about what they're going to be or potentially going to be, it's just okay. I'll be excited to go in and hop in and actually try them out. I think it'll be fun once they're out and here for us to play.
Yeah. Well, guess what? We're so excited to learn today that one of the amazing things coming, I think they said before Final Shape.
Yeah.
Is that the wording? Okay. But still, we've
We're
been
talking
waiting
about the same thing.
forever for this. We can change our character look after the fact now.
I thought you were going to say the new Glimmer cap.
Oh, that too.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was talking about the customization, like the character customization recently with somebody. I don't know if it was on the podcast or just in a chat randomly. And I said at one point, I thought this was coming and they hadn't mentioned it. And then they finally mentioned it in this.
No, I promise that they had not mentioned anything yet. So you must have just imagining it back then. And now out of the blue.
No, they had mentioned it like a long while ago. It could have been a year or so ago. It had come
really?
up in one of their communications about the character customization, and then nothing.
Oh.
And
Okay,
then
I
now they're
forgot
dropping that bomb again. Yes.
I thought Sin was just stepping out of a time warp, honestly.
I mean, I wish I was that good. I would make a lot more money.
For all the
I
Bungie
will
betting.
win the lottery. All right, what are the numbers? All right, now travel back in time. Okay, great.
Marty, we got to go back.
So what we learn is we can change our
Gremlins.
character. Gremlins, yeah. We can change our character customization, but not races. So if you're human, you have to stay that. Exo stay that. Awoken stay that. But I assume we can also change gender. So like if we're human, if we were male, we could go to female, change face, change hair, change everything else.
From the sounds of it, yeah. No, there's the Glimmer cap. Yay.
Okay, so do we 250 has been pretty good. I'm not complaining that they're raising it. I don't think it's a bad idea, but have we been
Yes.
having issues? Have you been having
Yes.
issues?
Yes.
Yes.
The
Crafting weapons and stuff.
crafting weapons. Like,
But do you do like a lot at the same time, or I'll do like one or something, and then it builds up quickly?
I'll craft one and then upgrade it all the way to 17 as soon as I craft it to get all the perks available.
I've done that.
and
But
then
doesn't that
I
only
just
bring you down to
burn.
like 100 or something?
No, the glimmer needs to be increased if you're doing a bunch of stuff.
Well, yeah, if you're doing a bunch of stuff all
well,
at
not
once.
even
Yeah.
so. Crafting, focusing, like since they removed the legendary shard cost from everything, they increased the glimmer cost. So now you're actually going through more glimmer.
Yeah. Well, that is the biggest reason. I agree. That that's good that they're doing that. It's funny. It's just things move around so much in the game. Yay! Everyone's like legendary shards are going away, but
I also
we just moved to glimmer.
Well, I also feel like they could have gone more with the glimmer cap. Like,
What, like 750?
fucking take it to 1 million. Be done with it.
I mean, I kind of have a solution to some of this too. Is just take Rahul and turn him into a kiosk, and then put him in all the common areas, like the Helm, the Enclave. Just turn him into a kiosk in a tower, because then
100%.
I could just exchange materials in the Enclave and go right back to the Relic.
Well, I mean, that's a good point, though. Is why are we exchanging materials at a person instead of a kiosk? Like,
Because he's the traveler. I mean, you got to let him have it.
no.
He's special.
I was gonna say
Like-
because lore.
Give us a machine. Fuck the Lord. Give us just a machine.
Just an ATM.
Great, Kato. Now I got to go back and beep out the podcast. Thanks.
Can mark it explicit.
I mean, at least he dropped the F-bomb first, so.
You
No one
don't
will
get
care.
it. This is like the third one I've dropped.
Does anybody listen anyway?
Oh,
Damn, Bell.
you better
Oh,
hope.
shit, I thought I was on GDC. My bad.
Oh,
Wow.
Whoa, where even are we going with this?
shots fired.
This took a left turn, wrong turn quickly.
Sin, I need you to get a lot closer to that mic.
All right, would you like me to chipmunk it for you? My bad.
Deep throat it. Okay.
Oh, all up on the mic.
Nice. So what were we talking about?
Glimmer cap.
Wishes.
Damage.
Yeah. Glimmer Cab.
Wishes, Glimmer Cap. Yeah.
That is something they did announce is starting on the 30th of January. Wishes will go live at the same time Moments of Triumph will kick off. So
Wait, was that in the TWAB or did they announce it somewhere else?
In
It's
Twid,
the
it was.
top.
The
It's
Twid.
right
No, I'm
above the
saying it
Glimmer
wrong.
Cap.
Jeez.
God.
So they
It's
lied.
been so long since we've had a twid. Forgive us. We might
They
have
said
missed something.
February. They lied. It's now January.
Yeah, starting on January 30th, Riven Wishes will provide new weekly pursuits that players can complete to redeem prizes of their choosing from a pool of rewards each week. What the fuck that means, I don't know.
You know why I
I was gonna
skipped
say, I
that?
didn't
Number
see
thing?
that.
4. I'm
Yeah,
counting
Glad
now.
you noticed
Remember
that. I skipped that because it was below a cutscene.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to watch this video.
Yeah,
A random prize.
yeah. I want to know what the rewards are going to be like. What are we getting?
Exotic armor
You get a
focusing.
car. You get a car. You get a car.
What- I wonder if we're going to get like another exotic for these, or is it going to be exotic
Hero.
engrams, or
Or red borders. That'd be nice.
Or we're going to get a raid from Destiny 1, and it's going to be the
We're
Wrath of the
not-
Machine.
we're not going to get.
that
a
would be
raid,
my
Sin.
wish.
Can we all put our wishes together and make
It's
it
like
Our
Man,
wishes do come true.
It's like the Dragon Balls. Gotta get 'em all, make the wish.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, Sin. But
I know.
No.
if anything, I'd be happy if just now. I used to not want this to come back, but I'd be happy if they just bring Leviathan back, which would be way more likely than Wrath at this point.
That would be fun too. I do miss that.
I mean, we have the Leviathan play space, so why can't we have the raid back? Like,
It'd
I
be
have a
less work.
whopping 2
Yeah.
clears of Leviathan, so
I had a lot of fun in Leviathan. Remember the like the treadmill area, or that's what we called it when you got ported into that like dark realm and you had to like run. And you're trying to call it the symbols, and that's where we coined the term "woof woof, motherfucker." Because we were trying to figure out what the call is, like dog, woof woof, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
see,
Oh man, you could get bumped into space if you hit a bump.
If you didn't take out the snipers, they'd like one shot you.
Uh-huh. That
Yeah,
raid
that'd
was
be
fun
fun.
on Prestige too because it actually had different mechanics.
See, I never played it in Prestige, so
The random warping of folks in the final
Yeah.
stuck phase. You get one person gets randomly teleported back into the main area, and then you got to you start in the back, and then you have to slide all the way forward and try to figure out what you got to shoot and
While you're sliding in.
figure out the call outs. Yeah.
It was fun. Well, yeah, these wishes, I mean, that's coming quick. We're recording this as of January 18th, and next thing you know, some of these things will be coming up. So Honestly, I've been pleasantly surprised so far. We haven't been extremely bored in Destiny. We have things going on now. Again, this will keep us easily through February. Moments of Triumph, the Wishes. Who knows how March will be? April, we're getting that 2-month extra update, so who knows how April and May will be?
Right.
But April could be really good, and February could be really good. Who knows about March and May? But these days will count down quickly. I have faith in Rodimus making sure the days count down, and will give us updates on how close we're getting. So,
Oh, absolutely. I'll give you one every week.
Do you have the counter like on your phone as like a widget or something, and it's just counting down for you?
Your season tab.
Did you just say widget?
Widget. Oh, can I get a sigh out of that? Give me a sigh. Come on.
No.
we need a live update every day in the Discord.
Yeah,
how
every
many
day.
days are left?
Yep. Like
Well, that's got a little too far.
like no body to it, just a number. Just every day.
Mike
like-
will his whole podcast get a sigh out of Kato now.
No.
Well, if you say it,
Just
then
because-
maybe he won't want to.
Just because you want to clip it.
I do want to clip it.
Ooh, what do we think about they're showing us preview models of the Halloween event, Festival of the Lost, coming up, of good wizards versus the bad wizards, and we
Since
can
I just
vote.
switched to Warlock, I like the wizard stuff.
Okay, for Warlock,
All
which
right.
one do you like better?
All right, Harry.
We'll
Evil.
start there. Well,
Oh, the good one. The good wizard.
yeah,
It has more character to it. I mean, the evil looks cool and all, but like I don't know, the good has it's got a little bit more pizzazz to it.
So
for the Warlock, I agree with the good also. If we're just
Yeah.
staying on that topic for a second, but
I have input on the wizard or on the warlock.
Okay.
Wizard. Jesus. I think the evil armor looks very, very similar in concept to Season of the Haunted, Season Pass armor.
Yep.
Now it could be altered. Remember, this is just a concept. It's not an
Well,
exact.
yeah, but in the concept, it looks very similar to that.
Now, I think the only evil one that looks good is the hunter.
okay, definitely Evil Hunter.
Yeah, the evil hunter looks sick. But good
I mean,
Titan
good
looks
Hunter.
really
Look at
good.
those doopy pants. I mean,
Look at the
I mean-
hat. It's
Yeah.
pointing straight out. It's like it's happy to see you.
Some fucking pantaloons.
It took a blue chill.
It took a blue chew.
yeah, we'll just ignore the Good Hunter.
Sponsored by him.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, Titan. What are we thinking? I like Evil Titan, but
Good.
Good.
you like good?
Hmm
Looks like an actual Titan, not a I don't know
Cowboy.
what it is.
The evil one looks like
Yeah.
another
None of them
cowboy.
really do with the hats. I feel like, and the hunters, none of them really do with the hats either. But
I will say, like the wizard theme, Titans and hunters are getting the short end of the stick because it's a
Yeah.
wizard theme. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
You're a wizard, Harry.
oh, the
Sin,
good
which
hunter's
Titan
got
do you
the
like?
sorting hat. That's what it is.
Very,
Yeah.
very much. I mean, with a scarf too. On the good one for the hunter, the scarf. It like when I first saw it,
Oh,
I
yeah.
definitely thought Harry
Oh, I
Potter.
didn't even see that.
Is it a scarf or is it
How
a
do you
stole?
not notice the scarf? It's
I didn't notice
right
it either.
There.
Dude, you're a straight hipster, Harry.
Yeah, 100%.
Now we're gonna have to vote for Good Hunter,
No.
but we
That
need a
sucks
scarf on you,
because-
Kato.
It's 2-1 on good, so
The actual survey you can like pick overall and then pick like individually per class too.
okay.
Also, look at the good warlock. The kind of like the neck, like the collar piece, is way better than the bad
Oh
warlock.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He looks sophisticated.
Still want to know why wizards like.
Yeah, they had
Oh, I
to come up
just-
with something.
I just zoomed it in, and the belt has like little potions on it and a scroll,
Mhm.
and then the bond actually looks like a navigator star. That looks really cool.
Just give us the movie monster theme again.
Oh god, I zoomed in on the hunter. Let me back that up.
This isn't where I parked my car.
Titan actually looks really good.
I guess, but the hat just does not go with it.
Nah,
Titans
yeah,
are
just
useful.
use a different helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, like that armor with the Trials bear helmet would look really cool.
All right. And then what else
Okay.
do we have about the TWID, if anything? We want there's a plus.
Oh,
Game to give
issues.
stuff.
Oh yeah, game to give, but no issues.
Game to give. We were talking about this before the show. I know a few people have done this already, but if you
I
do
actually did it
things,
too.
there you go, and donate things, you get a really cool looking emblem.
Kinda
So,
want the
what do you
cup.
have to do to get this done? In case you
not
want
wanna
to know.
So you can donate to any of the fundraisers that are doing it. A lot of Twitch streamers and stuff like that are doing it. But the way that I did it, I actually became a fundraiser myself and then donated to myself to get the credits. So every $7, you'll get 1 credit. 4 credits will give you the emblem. 3 credits will give you the ship. And then every credit, or well, they're unvaulting old game to give emblems and community event emblems as well, and that would be 1 credit, so $7. So for $49, you can get the emblem in the ship, and then $7 after that for every other or vaulted emblem.
Okay.
I might actually buy the Yeti. You know that.
Yep. Some shirt, a hoodie, and a Yeti that you can get.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the emblem. It kind of has almost like that comic book style to it.
I think it's what I was talking about earlier. I think it's like the Liechtenstein kind of comic where it's
Yeah.
the stipple art, where it's like a lot of dots and then it creates shapes and stuff. It is super cool looking at it like in orbit, but then when you actually pull it up on your character, it expands like the space of it. Like you see planets and like a galaxy and stuff like that. It's really really cool. Very very well done. And the ship is, I'm rocking it right now. It is top tier. I love it.
That was cool when we saw that. Yes, I do agree. The ship is unique and looks good.
You know what it is though? It's a
What is
tuning fork.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep. It is modeled like after tuning fork. If I can pull this up right now, I can read the flavor text of it.
Sin, live update. What are you up to?
I'm jumping around the tower so I can get my buff so I can jump higher.
It says resonate through the universe in harmony with others. So the resonating, and it's called the cosmic tune.
Okay.
Well, since we're on the tower, I'm doing a coil with Gramps has cramps.
Mm.
I need to do more of those.
Yep. We've been working on coils for the title. You have to have 40 purchased gifts,
Yeah, 40.
Yeah.
where it's a little interesting how it works. Tier 1s count as 0, tier 2 counts as 1, and tier 3 counts as 2, from what we can gather of the progress on that bar. I got mine done the other day, but there's time left in the season. But we do recommend you do these type of things earlier rather than later, because you never know. Doing it later, no one may want to run coil.
Well, that's like me. Now that I need all this dungeon stuff, everybody's already done and doesn't want to do it anymore.
Find an LFG
Yeah.
group.
Yeah, I'm not going to LFG yet.
You could pay me.
Oh,
You can pay me,
$7
Ready
to
to-
bell.
and I will get you 1 credit for a vaulted emblem.
yes. All right. What else in the TWID? Any known issues you wanted to go over, Kato? I'm kind of looking through these.
There are some known issues that for those that are doing what Rodimus and I are doing and going after the Cursebreaker title, reprised Dreaming City weapons do not count towards the title, FYI. Apparently, Fire Team Finder's not working for some players over Guardian Rank 5. Precision Instrument perk does not apply bonus damage against Divinity Cages.
That's why my Doom Petitioner wasn't doing a lot of damage. I was like, this thing is not good.
So I don't know how long this has been a known issue, because we haven't had a TWID for a month. So I know we were talking about it last night during the raid. The Doom Petitioner with Reconstruction Precision Instrument should be putting up some really good numbers for damage, and it just doesn't. Well, now we know why, because Precision Instrument is not proccing on Divinity. So, feels bad. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's wild to have Twid back again. And then I'm thinking, like, will they have much to tell us in some of these down months? But they usually do a good job of coming out with stuff weekly, except for the breaks, of course, they tell us about. Although Sin did not believe me when I said middle of January is when it was coming back.
Yeah, it just felt like way too long.
It did.
Well, it's back, so
And
stop
we
crying.
had one thing for art, so
Yeah. The other, what is this? This is Festival of Lost stuff too, right? The dinosaur helmet?
Yeah, Festival of the Lost. On the Hunter, don't know. On the Warlock.
Yeah, that's an extra floofy dress there. I mean, I know it's artistically drawn up more so than what it actually looks like, but yeah. All right. Well, Twid is done. We will continue to bring those for you. Gosh, what else are we looking forward to in the game, or what? Actually, better yet, any other games we are looking forward to playing, even if they're not a new game. But does anyone have anything on your list that you've been hopping into lately, excited to talk about, or is even impressed? Like, oh, I started this game and didn't know it was going to be like that.
I mean, I have a couple.
Yes, please, Belle. You are the guest of the show.
So I've been playing the finals a good bit. Very fun. I feel like a lot of people have already heard about the finals. They know what it is, but very fun with friends. It's even fun solo. Fully destructible environment. Team-based shooter. And then what is on my radar coming up on February 8th is Helldivers 2. I'm very excited to get into that game. That is like Starship Troopers in a game form, and friendly fire is always on, so it's going to be some really good laughs with friends, and dropping a nuke on your buddy sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, anybody listening, look up Helldivers 2. They got a couple of trailers out for it and stuff like that too.
Very nice.
That pirate game looks fun too.
Oh,
That's
yes.
cool.
Skull and Bones.
Yep.
Skull and Bones. Yes. That's going to be
February
fun.
16th. I am so excited for that. Yeah, I was going to mention as far as Ubisoft games, bad review on one, and then I'm looking forward to this, but I tried the new Prince of Persia. The graphics look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some other videos. There's some cool upgrades and extra skills you can get later in the game, but the gameplay is
You got to
boring.
be into side scroller.
Yeah, you got to really
Yeah.
be into it. Now, the thing that's interesting is there's a lot of like secret areas you can go to, and then unlocks where you want to go back to previous areas and explore around. And I like side scrollers growing up being a Mario kid, growing up with all that. But there's something about this that I just don't like. I don't think it's going to do too well, but Skull and Bones.
Was that your favorite side scroller, Mario?
I don't know if it was my favorite, but I loved all the Mario games. Super Mario 3 was my jam.
Mega Man, my guy.
Mega Man was really good. Yeah.
Mega Man was, dude,
definitely
the
good.
music was amazing.
Speaking of Mario, has anybody tried this Super Mario RPG on Switch since it's been released?
I've
or
heard
whatever?
some people playing that. They found it to be really fun, but they beat it in like, I think 12 hours or something.
I mean, I
tried
would
the
expect it to be a long game.
Yeah.
I tried the other Super Mario Brothers game, the Wonder game. That's pretty good, actually. It's just another regular 3D Mario. It's actually kind of 2D-ish through a lot of the lands, but this game works well. It's like regular Mario.
Oh, my ADHD brain just came back to it. I actually played the beta for Skull and Bone.
What?
And it was super fun. Yeah, I got the I got the code through Twitch.
Nice.
If you watched someone playing it, I was watching Hitbo TC, who does a lot of the Sea of Thieves streams and stuff like that, because I play Sea of Thieves as well. I was watching his stream, and then it just popped into my notifications that I got a beta code for it. And so I got into it like maybe 5 hours before the beta was closing. So I got to play a little bit of it. It was really fun. You just had to get used to it is like an MMORPG, but you are the ship. Like you have a character that you can run around in common areas and on islands doing like treasure finds and stuff like that. But there was no combat while you're on foot. It was all at sea when you're like the ship itself. But you could build it. You could put different cannons. Different cannons did different damage numbers. They actually, it's really funny. They have a healing ship. So you have like a healer in your party, but it's a ship that you like shoot your allies and it heals or like repairs their ship for them. So you have like a tank ship, you have a DPS ship, and you have a healer ship as well. It's definitely a crazy spin on like an RPG, but definitely fun. I will most likely be getting that as well when it comes out.
That is cool. I was going to ask on the exploration part, is it, the battles, of course, are probably one of the main things, but what's the exploration like? Is there a lot of great landscapes in the sea, or when you go on the islands, places to explore? Or is it really...
The map is huge, and a lot of it is kind of like Sea of Thieves in a sense of like ship travel. So like if you're trying to get to somewhere, like, you're not going to get there fast. There are like fast travel points that you'll unlock throughout it. But a lot of it, I mean, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice if you fast travel, because like it's just awesome to like just sail to your next destination. That's one of the big pulls for Sea of Thieves as well, is like, you don't have fast travel. So like you have to navigate your ship to wherever you're trying to go. But it's like, trying to thread your ship through like these small canals to like make a shortcut, or like, and then while you're in there, you're getting attacked by like a defense tower or something like that that's shooting at you with cannons and stuff. So you can either, and they have like world events, world bosses kind of deal, where they'll have like a world fleet that you can like, you're sailing around and it'll pop up on your map and you can go to that like area. And of course, I tried to do one and I was completely under level. It's like way too hard for you to even try it in a beta form, because they only give you a certain amount of time to actually play in the beta. But yeah, so they had like stuff like that. They had like I want to say it was like it's not called like a pillage. It's like a raid, where you try to raid a spot, and as long as you're in the area, you'll be collecting materials from it. But of course you'll have enemy ships, you have defense towers that have cannons that are shooting at you. And, I definitely died once or twice doing that. And I just kind of was like, I'm going to go see what else is over here. But it's pretty cool. You have to get your mind around, like, the most of it, you're going to be a boat. But, like, when you're trying to go get more materials and stuff like that, or if you want to change your ship, you have to go to port to change out your cannons and stuff like that.
I'm so happy even more now that we had you on to give us that review.
Yes, it is cool. I love Sea of Thieves. That's my other kind of mainish game that I love to play. So I love the pirate theme stuff and everything else. So Skull and Bone is really, really cool. It's just, if you come from Sea of Thieves and you're going to that, it's a big change, because in Sea of Thieves you are the pirate and you actually pilot the ship, and it's like micromanaging the ship kind of deal. In Skull and Bone, you just sail. you just go and you shoot. Like,
yeah. Well, I remember that when I was playing the Assassin's Creed game, where it was with the ships, and then when you're on the ship, you are the ship. But
Black Flag.
Black Flag.
It's very similar to Black Flag. It's just more.
A lot more. Yeah.
I feel like Black Flag was one of the best ones they made.
It was so good.
Before they went to like the Odyssey and Origin and then Ragnarok. Yeah. Like I felt like it was like one of the last good ones they made until like Origin and then Odyssey.
See, I never even played Black Flag. I actually just saw like videos of it, because people kept referring to it like, "Oh, this is like Black Flag." When I was watching streams of
so good.
The thing that I liked, the ship part was good, but I just loved going to all the little islands in the Caribbean and exploring on the islands.
Oh, you'll get that in Skull and Bones. It's like, nice. And there's like little secrets that you can find and stuff like that. Like, when you're playing like when I was playing the beta, it was like it felt kind of crazy because you were limited on your time in it. Like they had a time allotment of, it's open from this to this, but it also kept track of your playtime and would only give you a certain amount of playtime. So you felt really rushed in it. So you couldn't really like explore a lot. But like whenever you started opening up the map a little bit more, you could just see how much there was to do.
Well, this reminds me too. Guess what? In other huge Assassin's Creed news, has anyone heard what's coming out this year as their next main Assassin's Creed game? It's been one of the most requested locations. You're finally bringing it. Japan.
Oh,
Feudal area Japan. It's going to be called
cool.
Assassin's Creed Red, or at least that's the code name right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've been out of the Assassin's Creed games for, since like the Unity Syndicate. Like that game it ruined it for me, and I haven't jumped back in.
Once they got away from the controls from like Black Flag and 3, I just couldn't do it anymore. They changed the way things were handled, like the way you would run there and scale the wall.
I personally would love to see a remastered, brought up to date graphics of like the Ezio
2?
trilogy. So yeah, 2, and then Brotherhood, and what was the other one?
Is Brotherhood the first one they did co-op in?
No. Yeah, no.
I think I was reading something they're remastering 3.
3 was the one that was in...
That's the American Revolutionary War.
Yeah, which was good, but it wasn't great.
I will say I got an Oculus for Christmas and I played Assassin's Creed VR. That shit is fun.
That does sound cool.
Thank you, Danger Revelations. Yeah, I feel like the Ezio trilogy was probably it was a really good story. The gameplay was good. Looking back at it now, the graphics were not good compared to what we have now. But it's also, how old of a game is that? Like,
which one, Ezio?
Yeah.
Quick, everybody, get your Googles out.
Yeah, this is great podcasting.
Great podcasting.
A riveting experience.
It's the build-up that counts.
It is.
Oh,
I'm looking.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Black Flag itself came out in
2006.
2013 is when Black Flag came out.
Yeah. Ezio
Jesus.
trilogy was in 2016.
Well, that's when they released the actual trilogy.
Yes.
Like as a set.
The original Assassin's Creed was released on...
The last one I played was Assassin's Creed 2, so I'm kind of out of this conversation.
I play them all, but I don't remember any of this history.
2007.
Yeah. That's crazy. Speaking of games coming out, I'm looking forward to Dragon's Dogma 2.
Ooh, yes.
Like, I'm excited. It's only been,
That's the one where they just released the Trickster class, right?
I don't know. Because they don't really have classes in it. Like, it's the game. The first one came out in 2012. And
I saw the video. It's a Trickster. It's a passive class, or it's a passive way of doing it. You trick enemies into like falling off the cliffs and stuff.
Yeah,
but you have no damage.
Yeah, the first one was really good, and then the DLC came out a year later. And it just didn't gain the popularity because of Skyrim. If we're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim kind of like dominated that whole genre for a while, so I'm excited for that. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm checking out the webpage. I don't really know anything about this game.
It's from Capcom. It's like kind of one of those kind of linear adventure kind of things.
Yep.
Is it just PlayStation? Oh no, it says Steam and
No.
Xbox too.
Yeah, it's all platforms. I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excited for Pal World. I think it's coming out tomorrow.
What is that?
Pal World is a game. I was just watching a stream today for somebody who had early access. It is now hang with me, okay? So it is a survival based game, right? That has what's called pals in it, and they look exactly like Pokemon knockoffs.
Oh,
But the combat is you can shoot these things in the face.
I was
with a
actually
gun,
talking.
dude. But
was
like
talking-
That they definitely look like Pokemon.
they are
Yeah.
definitely Pokemon.
It's a ripoff.
You can catch them in pal balls.
100%, yeah.
But you can also craft a bow and arrow and shoot them. Or dude.
Oh my gosh,
it's
this picture of,
crazy.
there's like 3 sheep with like machine guns.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can actually you can call on like a battle buddy basically, like one that's in your party. And like the sheep there's like a special ability that you can interact with them during a battle with, because you yourself are the ones attacking these pals. It's not like your pals battle the other ones. They can, but like you can use like the sheep, you can use it as a shield and just grab it and put it in front of you while other stuff is shooting you. You can set up
Yep.
sentry turrets and your sheep can shoot stuff for you. It is insane, but I was watching it today and it looks so fun. It's so in depth too. Like the things that you can craft with it. You can build your own base, like you can build a house and stuff out of like kind of like, Fortnite, you can build walls and stuff like that. And then you can set up your stations, your crafting stations. You can set up a like a rock foundry, so they can they can mine stone for you, so you can use that in crafting while you're out doing something else. Like you kind of invent your own Pokemon slave labor. And if they get unhappy with their living conditions, you can just get rid of them and get new ones if you want to, or you can actually feed them if you want to. It's really crazy.
Yeah. It's a thing.
But it looks
So we're
insanely
doing
fun.
Pal World this weekend.
Dude. It's insanely fun.
It sounds good to me.
What you do on your break in Destiny? Got these fake Pokemon in a game called Pal World.
I just want the turret sheep.
There's something else that was coming out soon, but I'm trying to remember what it was.
Don't come to my land. I'm gonna have a bunch of turret sheep all the time.
You just see a bunch of sandbags outside of your fort. You're
Yes.
like, what is that for? Oh God, there's sheep.
Don't come close.
And it's like multiplayer too, so like you can join up with your friends and like all go together and stuff too.
Nice.
Seriously, I might consider this.
Dude,
Oh.
just watch some like streams and stuff, and of course trailers and everything. You'll the streams, like people that have streamed it and recorded it, like to watch those, you're gonna get more like in-depth stuff, of course, but like they're also just really fun. I was watching Carnage play it today, and he was just having the time of his life. Like once he figured out what you could do in it.
Well, did you have anything else, Kato, or anything else anyone wants to talk about? And then we'll start wrapping up here.
Nope.
Rodimus is ready to go. He's tired.
No, I'm good. I'm just doing some coils.
Yeah, that's the thing about this show. We take it however we want. If we don't want to be done, we don't have to.
I
If we
bet you
want
do.
to, we can. Sin is definitely tired. I know that.
I'm always tired.
Mhm.
That's my life.
Any other live
Automotive
update or
industry.
just right? Yeah, man. I felt for some of the crazy hours you've had to work lately.
Oh yeah,
Like, I almost feel bad for you.
I almost feel bad. for you.
almost.
Almost, yeah. Almost.
Yeah,
I was
mean,
right on the cusp, and then I reconsidered.
You did pick that job and profession, but I still almost feel bad for you.
I
I
hate
say, I-
that drive.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the drive.
The drive is not bad if the hours weren't there, but it's a combination of both.
hmm
Mm.
What is
Yeah,
your commute?
I have a rule that 45 minutes is the max I'll ever drive to a job.
I'm an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh my
on average.
gosh.
No.
I'm 12 minutes from my dealership.
Must be nice.
I mean, I have a 35-minute commute. Like, That's if
I mean,
I
if
got the
it's
speed limit.
if it's any consolation, I work another job too, so I'm even more tired.
That's fair.
I have a commute from my bedroom to my office.
Fuck off.
Sorry.
and he's pantsless every time.
Send. Don't you start that. Kato shirtless and all this weirdness. With that, we better start wrapping it up before Sin gets too
You
crazy.
forgot your question for Bell.
Ooh, are you talking about the crazy one?
I mean, it is after 10 p.m.
That's not a question.
Can you say it in a way that's appropriate, Rodimus?
Why are you smacking your appendage with your chin?
That's kind of appropriate.
That
Yeah.
is kind of appropriate. I'm actually really
Kind
proud
of.
of you. He's an appendage with your chin. I guess
We'll
in
just leave it at
relation to my microphone and how I smacked it with my chin.
Mm-hmm. I love it. That was an excellent way to. You did a good job there, Rodimus.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Aim to please.
Yep. All right. Well, Bill, thanks for coming on this evening. Seriously. We, in all honesty, we were just kind of thinking about it, and I do have a short list of cool people in my mind that we mean to reach out to, but we just get busy. It can be work, scheduling. Sometimes it's almost just easier, kind of doing it quicker and seeing if it works out.
No worries.
you've made
no
the
worries.
list.
You've made the list.
I definitely feel more special than I normally do.
There you go.
You should.
Nah,
You're in
you
the
guys
cool
are great.
kids club. You can now have Guardian Hub. What is it? Podcaster tag or whatever we had. Guest of the show
I-
tag.
We need another tag.
I just tagged him because you didn't do it yet.
Let's go.
Yep.
You guys are great. Yeah, I've been hanging out with you guys a lot more recently, and it's super great community. If anybody's interested in joining, please do. These guys are fantastic. Kingsley is one of the best Sherpas I've ever had. I remember the first time he took me through Last Wish, and I had no idea what I was doing, and he just said run. It was fantastic. No, it's a great time with these guys.
Nice. Well, we appreciate having you on. Anything else you want to tell people about yourself? If there's any ways to find you, gamer tag, or anything you want to say, closing out.
I mean, I just go by Toll the Bell across most all the Discords in Owl Sector Alliance. Reach out to me if you ever see me on. My hours are weird. My playtime is weird. But if I'm on, I'm ready to do something with people. I like to play with people. I don't like to do anything solo. I don't play games for that. I play games for community and friends and stuff like that. So just reach out to me and I can help you in whatever way I can. And if I can't, I may try to figure it out or to point you in the right direction.
Oh, and before I forget, what would you say is one of your favorite desserts?
Oh, favorite dessert. Oh, coconut macaroons. Like the actual like gooey ones with like dipped like a little bit in dark chocolate.
Okay.
I will lose my crap over those.
Why are you trying to censor it now?
Why are we censoring now? That is like
Like I said before, it's all about the buildup. I would lose
I
my
use the word
shit
appendage.
over those. No, seriously, that is my number one go-to
Excellent.
if they're there. But they got to be done right too. I'm also kind of a snob about them.
Excellent. Well, also thanks. We'll go with Rodimus next. Any closing words of advice or where people can find you?
Just you can find me across the Discords. Like I said, I'm just doing Destiny things for right now until I get bored with the 137 days and going from there. I think Kato and I are working on our Dreaming City title, which is another 4 weeks. So
Hopefully, only 4.
only 4.
And Kato on the Discords, and definitely check out Kato also on the latest Destiny Help Desk episode we were talking about with me.
Yeah, I do have an X and a Blue Sky, but
No worries. I'm not promoting Blue Sky too much anymore until they go public.
Yeah.
I want them to because that's why businesses haven't switched over yet. I know Bungie will go there because they liked using Twitter before it got all crazy, but I don't think a lot of these companies want to go to Blue Sky until they know like the general public can get to it without having to get invites. So hurry up,
Right.
Blue Sky, go public,
Well, I'm sure they have all their domain names already.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, but they're not going to really use them yet. It's probably not worth putting any effort into it until it goes public.
Before I forget, because I don't want to type out an announcement. I am planning on doing like a weekly Sherpa run on Fridays. So if you're wanting into those, if you do not see it posted up, because I'm not going to guarantee I will post it every week, but DM me. We will get you in the rotation. It may be the weekly raid, and it may be whatever raid you want to run. So, DM.
Yep. I love it. Yeah, a good idea. I mean, if you're listening to this and there's some raids you haven't done, definitely DM Kato and or look for postings that may come up. And as always, too, if you have a raid you really want to do on just any other day of the week, or if you're not sure, you can always make the posting too. If you do it at least a few days ahead of time, I would recommend a week or so ahead of time. That'll give you the best fighting chance of people joining up on that also.
And you get the right people too that will take their time and explain the methods. And if you wipe consistently, we'll sit there and laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I should point out that these are Sherpa runs, so you will be doing mechanics. These are not carries.
Good point.
All the better.
Question asked, question answered.
Sin.
Get the fuck out.
Close us up.
You can find me with my shirt and pants, sometimes on X, sometimes on Blue Sky, and obviously over here in the Discord. Kingsley of the 20-foot commute. Take us out.
I love your ending, Sin. You can find me as Kingsley Mac all the places.
Hey, by the way, you may think I don't pay attention. I do listen. Even though I'm not talking.
You heard it there, folks.
I hear things.
Yes. No, Sin is the best co-host ever. Sometimes. Anyways,
I'm a closer. That's why I'm in sales.
Closer. Yep. That is true. But we think we are going to be close to an extra domain here soon. But you can maybe find us at the best hub on the .net. I know that's weird saying, but written out it makes a lot of sense. So we will keep you updated on that. But also, you can find us on our lovely website, theguardianhub.com.
The best hub on the net. .net.
We'll have to work on that.
After dark.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for
comes.
tuning in. And thanks so much, Belle. And we'll catch you all again next week. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Miss you already.
I miss you right now.
Don't lie.
We doing After Dark?
Fuck yes. Been holding it in for too long.
I've been holding the shit piss cock motherfucker tits fart turning
Jeez.
twat for an hour.
That is how
God
you
damn.
intro the normal episode.
I mean,
When's the
we'll
last
definitely
time-
have to mark this explicit.
said-
This is going to be at the end.
He said I'm the closer. I was like the relief fluffer. I was like, oh wait, pitcher.
Since the fluffer.
It was something, all right.
When's the last time we actually did an After Dark, though?
Fuck it, we ball.
Right now?
Well, other than right now.
Two of 'em.
Like, how long has it been since we've done
It's
an
been a
actual
couple
After
weeks.
Dark?
Maybe a month?
Too long of a build up. You got to release
Yeah,
that
I
shit.
mean, we missed a couple weeks there. I mean, one was from a lost episode, Mr. Shitfuck, whatever you were saying. Sin.
Oh, this,
Yeah, the lost episode.
The lost
Like,
episode.
It's gonna be like that
No.
Linkin Park song that's gonna come out 20 years later. Oh, we found it in our files.
Yeah.
We won't find this one, guaranteed.
I have joined this failed coil run with 2 revives left, and I don't even know where we're at stepwise.
You are on the first boss. I know it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not making this. There's no way.
Whoa, 2 revives. Get good.
Are they swords or not?
No, it's that stupid chicken thing with the circle room.
Circle jerk chicken room.
Yep.
Choke in the chicken room.
The Centaurial Mind. Oh, there goes 1 revive.
I was gonna say an After Dark coal run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed here soon. You know,
Yeah, I gotta hop off here soon.
old people
Doesn't mean we
problems.
can't have a little bit of After Dark, but not gonna be hopping on the game.
Old people
Oh,
problems.
that's the reference. Sin was okay.
Did someone raise the hand for Dice?
Yeah, Dice
I
did.
invited them.
Oh, you
Oh.
invited. Okay.
And she's still muted. She's not even
Still
back.
muted.
She's accepted on her phone.
Yeah, saw something flash saying, "Hey, you want to talk?" And I was like, "Sure, I'll throw in my 2 cents on something. What's up?"
I mean, we're in After Dark right now, not the normal show, but
How do you feel about that glimmer cap?
boring.
Wasn't some bullshit.
Lame.
Unregulated capitalism is the best kind of capitalism.
Right, just let me hoard all the glimmer.